Guys, welcome to Singled Out Saturdays. If you don't know what Singled Out is, it is a space where I, Christina Armstrong, teach you how to enjoy your single season, how to embrace it, how to walk through it. This is the place where you learn how to be single God's way and how to utilize that single season for what it was designed for. On today's episode of Singled Out Saturdays, we are going to talk about don't waste the wait. Let me just tell you the definition of wait or waiting. It's the action of staying where one is or delaying action until a particular time or until something else happens. We get so caught up in the waiting game. Oh, I'm waiting on my husband. I'm waiting on my wife. I'm waiting on God. I'm waiting on this. And we miss the opportunity to be great. We miss the opportunity to take action, to do things so that we can be a better person for tomorrow. When it comes to being single, and of course, you guys know I'm just going to give you the real. I'm going to give you what I've been through. I'm going to give you transparency, authenticity. Looking at the past relationships that I were involved in, it was all a rush because I did not want to be in that waiting season. I cringed. Like all of my friends, if not all, almost all of my friends are married, engaged, living with a significant other, and already on the path to having children and everything. And I'm just like, oh God, I wanted to be married by the time I was 30, have another kid by the time I'm 32, and it's not working out like I thought. And so I realized I was jacked up. Like, thank God for his grace. Thank God for the waiting season, because that allowed me time to step back and time to reflect on what I needed to do in the waiting season. The waiting season isn't just for you to wait. It's for you to take action so that you can be the best version of you. You don't want to meet your husband or your wife and not be prepared to handle that blessing. I always see memes that say, if God gave you what you prayed for now, would you be prepared for it? And 3 years ago, absolutely not. A year ago, I was a little bit closer to being ready, but not all the way there. And I'm still going through the journey of being ready and being prepared for whomever God has me for. And so that has been a challenge. It is not easy. It's not pretty sometimes. It's frustrating sometimes. It's lonely sometimes. It sucks sometimes. But if you embrace all of that, I promise you, you will be the best version of yourself. You will be thankful for it. Your marriage will be better for it, and your spouse will be thankful for it. So some of the things that you can do during your waiting season, just some of the things that I've tried and I've kind of walked through. The first thing that I would recommend you doing, I don't care who you are, how you grew up, what color your skin is, I don't care. I would suggest seeking counseling. And you may say, Christina, I ain't got no problems. That may be true. Go to counseling, you're gonna find out you got a whole bunch. I found out I had a whole lot of unresolved things that I had buried, and I was just carrying around. So I was, at the end of the day, I wasn't even a garbage disposal. I was a walking trash can, because I was just holding stuff in. And then the moment that I went to therapy and I just took week by week, I told her I did not like her. I was like, I don't like you. I came here for one problem. I didn't ask you to dig up all of these other ones. They were fine. It didn't matter. But the truth is, it does matter. And it does affect your relationship. It does affect you as an individual. And so seeking counseling would be the number one thing. Again, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. You're going to cry. I came out with my nose red and my eyes puffy and ugly cry. It's going to suck. But the clarity that you gain when you remove all of that yuck is amazing. The lighter you feel when you address those past issues, when you address the molestation, when you address the rape, when you address the father not being there, when you address the issues with your mother, when you address those things, you begin to feel lighter, and it was impactful. And so that's the first thing that I would recommend, is you go to counseling. Like, go seek someone. And they're gonna ask you, what are you here for? I think counseling is a good idea. I want to prepare to be a wife or a husband. I want to make sure that I'm the best version of myself. I want to walk through this single season, and I want to just be healthy mentally. That is a good reason to go to counseling. If you have children, Go to counseling. Because a lot of the times we raise our kids how we were raised, and we raising different kids. We not raising us. So go to counseling, one, to hash out and to let go of some of the anger and issues that you may have with your parents. My mother and I are tight. We're like thicker than thieves. But there was issues that I had with her that I had to address when I went to counseling that I would have never, ever addressed had I not been smacked face to face with it and realized that that was a stumbling block for my growth. So that's the first thing that I would suggest. Second thing I would suggest is if you're in debt, get out of debt. We know that money is the number one reason people, break up, divorce, whatever. You're not doing this for a spouse. You are doing this for you. You want to make sure that you have integrity over your money. Don't be one of those people that go to school, build up the school bill and say, oh, I was never planning on paying that back. That's not biblical. That is not biblical. That's just downright trifling. Okay? And so you want to be a good steward over what you have. If you know you ran up that, what was that store back in that day? If you know you ran up that rent-a-center bill, that's throwback. Telling my age. But if you know you ran up that rent-a-center bill, pay the people. Call them and set up an arrangement. There are people that I can connect you to that will help you get your credit fixed legally, but you have to take action. You have to do something in the waiting season. You can't just sit like a duck and wait, because you're going to have terrible results. That's like a woman saying she wants to get pregnant, but she never goes and takes the action to get pregnant. How's she gonna get pregnant? It don't work. So we have to take action and we have to do things. So if you are in debt, write your debt out. Write scriptures that go research. Go look in your Bible and find things that it says about debt. Go look and see what your blessings are. Go look and see what it says about integrity, about money, and apply those things. If you are not under someone who teaches you how to be a good steward over your money, you need to get under someone. If you are not a tither and you are a believer, you need to figure that out, because that is the thing that will unlock a lot of doors. So I'm going on a rant, but that is the number 2 thing, is to make sure you are out of debt. Make sure you have a savings account. Dave Ramsey has a really good program. It's really structured. He shows you how to get out of debt, how to save money, and not to live above your means. We cannot afford to keep going on trying to impress people by what we have, and they don't even have what we have. But it's this back and forth game of trying to impress somebody that it doesn't matter. When you look in the mirror, are you satisfied with you? And if the answer is no, then baby, we got work to do. And the waiting season is where you do that work. Okay? So that's number 2. Number 3. Number 3 is going to be buy some property. It can be some land. It could be a little condo. It could be, own your car. Whatever it is, make sure that you have something, so that when you come to the table, you are not just coming with your hips and your lips, but you come in with something that is sustainable, something that holds value, something that you can build on. So you definitely want to look into that. Even if you're not in a position to buy land or buy a piece of property, at least be working towards that. At least have a goal set, so boom, there's this condo I want to buy, boom, boom, boom. So that way you have something. You have something that's yours. You have something that will build, that'll be an investment to you and your family. And it's smart. It's smart. And so I'm not there yet. I'm not in that process where I am buying a house. I am in the process where my credit is coming together and I'm looking at the type of house that I'm going to buy. And this will be, if I buy my house and I'm not married at that point, that I'm still going to purchase my house, because that's an investment. That's something that holds value. So it's something that you want to kind of look into, something that you just want to step out there to. That's not, you need to do it. That's a suggestion. Take it as you will. The 4th thing that I would suggest that you do, or that I would suggest that you can do, is work out. Gain a healthy lifestyle. If you're overweight and you're not happy with your size, sign up for a challenge. Sign up for a boot camp. Get you some accountability partners and get it done. Transparent moment. I've never in my life been in the 200s. I switched into my 30 and I'm in the 200 weight zone. That is ridiculous. So with me being uncomfortable with that, I had to make a choice and I had to do something. What did I do? I signed up for a challenge. I gained 2 accountability partners. I work out multiple times a day. Sometimes I can't have that crunch bar, or that I can't stop at Starbucks and get my white chocolate mocha because I know it's going to add pounds to me. These are disciplines that I have to develop. So 1, I'm a healthy version of myself. 2, I'm comfortable in my skin. 3, that I'm around for a very long time. I can talk the talk and say, yeah, God promised me 120 plus years. But at the end of the day, if I'm not being a good steward over my body, how dare I? How dare I try to grab something when I'm not maintaining or being a good steward over what God has given me? We gotta make sure that we are walking the path. We're not just all talk, because all talk gets us nowhere. People who talk all day, look at their situation. They're usually in the same situation that they were in the year before. We have to be about action. So that is what the waiting period is for. It is for you to take action. Again, the 4 types of action that you can take, and these are just suggestions. I would totally recommend that you spend time with God, you seek his face, and you ask him what he wants you to do, because your 4 may not be my 4. My 4, of course, was seeking the counseling. That was the thing that started this whole thing. The second thing was getting myself out of debt. Even though I'm still currently in school and I'm still pursuing different degrees, I still need to make sure I'm a good steward and that I'm teaching my child how to be a good steward. Number 3 was be on the verge of owning something, whether it's a house, a condo, a trailer, whatever. Own something. And so that was the 3rd thing. And then the 4th and final thing is to make sure you are in a situation where you are healthy, physically, emotionally, and financially. That covers all your bases. So you can make sure that you are utilizing your single season to do something effective. Don't just sit and wait. We're not ducks, okay? Love you guys. This was Singled Out. If you have questions, concerns, send them to me via DM. I am on Instagram at Confessions of a Believer. I am on YouTube on Confessions of a Believer. If you have not liked or subscribed to this page, what are you waiting for? Don't miss anything else. Love you guys.